It's been called a long-standing wound in New Orleans and across the world. It was March 1891. Some of the 11 victims killed, all Italian immigrants, had been accused of murdering the police chief, but were acquitted. In an article from the Times-Democrat from the day after the verdict, you can see there was even an advertisement posted asking for people to gather to, quote, remedy the failure of justice. It is said thousands of people gathered around the statue of Henry Clay at St. Charles and Canal. A mob then stormed the jail. Jailers opened the cell doors and told the men to run, but 9 were chased down and shot. 2 others were killed in a hanging. After the assassination, the Italian government threatened war against the United States. At the time, post-Civil War, the United States had demilitarized. The Italian Navy, with more than 1 million, was the 4th largest in the world. Last year, this topic was discussed on the YouTube channel New Orleans Insider Tours.
They threatened to blockade the Mississippi River, so the Attorney General of the United States ordered the U.S. Attorney here in New Orleans to investigate the district attorney's case against the 11 Italians, and he reported back that there was no case against the 11 Italians.
According to Michael Santo of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy, Mayor Cantrell embraced the idea when the city was asked earlier this year for an apology. The city says they will be releasing a proclamation on April 12th. And in 1892, the U.S. government paid $25,000 to the victims' families. Mayor LaToya Cantrell's office says they've been working with the Italian-American community on this issue, and that proclamation will be presented at the city's American Italian Cultural Center.
You already know where I'm going to go with this one. You already know. Now, as that video there you saw, some Italian men got lynched. You know, but at least they made it to trial. You know, they was accused of murdering a police chief, a sheriff, or whatever in Louisiana. And so, therefore, they was acquitted, and the slack-jawed yokels, they decided to dispense their own justice. They most likely opened up the jail cell, told them to run, and I'm picturing it, it's like that movie Surviving the Game. Two of them stayed behind. They was like, we ain't gonna run because we know what you're gonna do, and they got lynched in town square. The other ones they let run, and they sat back and just waited and smoked it on their stove pipes, and then went after them. You know, and probably had good fun hunting them down in the swamp, going yeehaw. See, black people, we wouldn't even make it to trial for us to even be acquitted. And it's damn near, if those 11 black men they told us to go out there and run, we be gone. We be gone. They, you know what I'm saying? We'll cut through that swamp because we would know that swamp, you know, because, you know, we were slaves and some of us were Native Americans. So, yeah. So they did them Italians better than they do us. And that small Louisiana town, they must have not had any black people to lynch. Maybe the black people was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with them Cracker Jacks down there. Hell no. Billy Bob and Critter John and them, hell no. We don't go there. You know, and salute the Italian government. Once this got out that their own people, you know what I'm saying, was lynched like they was nothing, the Italian government threatened to go to war. Threatened to see, when you show power, and of course America had to fold. The Italian government was ready to pull up. America did not want that smoke. So besides a formal apology, they paid off the family of these 11 men $25,000 each. That's in 1982 money. You know, I went on the internet, and because of inflation and so forth, that would be like close to $900,000 in today's money. Close to $1 million. So with that money, that was more than enough for them to start generational wealth. So America pretty much gave reparations for the family of people who just got lynched. And they said it's still a deep wound. That in that town, they're still talking about it. They got memorials to it. know how they tell us black people to forget about slavery? And on top of that, they don't even mention the lynchings. We went through lynching. They got reparations just for lynchings. We're asking for reparations of slavery, but yeah, we was lynched. And we're not even told to talk about forgetting about lynching. We can, you know what I mean? Like fucking Candace Owens and fucking Officer Sternum. They said more black people today could kill each other now than lynchings. They want, but look at what the Italians did. Now you think they're gonna? Someone said, "Well, you Italians kill each other, you know, over your uncle. What was going on in your own country that you had to come over here?" No, it wasn't. That wasn't part of the conversation. People ain't gonna bring up, "Well, you Italians kill each other all the time." No, they was wrong, and they had to make it right. And if they didn't make it right, the Italian government was gonna be coming through with the blickies. They was gonna pull up to that Mississippi River. That's power. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. These YouTubers can't, these bootlickers, they ain't standing on shit. Antoine Daniels, fuck they channels. Fuck YouTube altogether. I don't care if nobody watches my video. I know I'm right. YouTube is trash. My video, I'll pull out more information on my videos than you can get from all them bootlicking Antoine Daniels videos, and so especially back in the days. I'll debate anybody. I'll crush them. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about that YouTube, because YouTube is trash. It's garbage. It's a gathering of mental sloths, and I stand on that. These YouTube channels ain't standing on shit. They ain't standing on nothing. But anyways, now this is why I'm FBA, because like Paul Mooney said, they didn't send one boat. The Africans didn't send one boat. Now I get it. Africa's a continent, and Africa, none of them nations had to sort of research resources, you know, to put pressure on America to treat us better and so forth. Us black people, we was on our own. So you can talk all this Pan-African shit all you want to. Africans do not have resources to help us. They never did. We was on our own. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing that town in Mississippi, as I said, Louisiana, where they still have memorials where they're like, we ain't forgetting about this. You know what I'm saying? It's a stain on that town's history. Never forget. Black people, we're the only people FBA is told to forget about everything. But nobody else is forgetting about shit. That's the thing. So that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching. Never stop learning.